Hello, welcome to this week's Express class. We're going to work a little bit more on making the exercise from last week a little bit harder, working the abs. And as I said, next week into next month, we're going to work a little bit more on the back muscles. We're going to change it up then. So we get onto the hands and knees, we get started. So hands below the shoulders, knees below the hips, tuck the elbows in, squeeze the abs, we flatten the back. We're going to lift the left foot up, twist it as far out to the side as you can and look around the left arm. Back in, right foot up and out to the side, look around the right arm. Back in, left foot up and out, and in, right foot up and out, back in, left foot up and out, one last one on the right, twist the foot as far out to the side as you can, and then back in. Squeeze the abs again so the back is flat, bring the left leg straight back behind the body, right arm up in front, big wide circles with the heel and the hand, keep the hips and shoulders still, and change directions. And bring the arms and legs back down. Right leg back behind the body again, abs are engaged, left arm is reaching up in front, nice big circles. Keep the hips and shoulders still, pinch the shoulder blades back and down, and keep your chin tucked in. Change directions. Focus on nice round circles. I know my right leg isn't doing very good right now, but make sure they're nice and round. Pinch the shoulder blades back, don't let them creep up towards the ears. And bring the arms and legs back down. Next, we're going to bring the hips and shoulders to the left. Right leg back behind the body. Right arm up in front. And just get your balance there. Arms and legs back down. Hips and shoulders to the opposite side. Left leg back, left arm up in front. Good, and try not to sit back like I'm starting to do. Keep the hips directly over the knees and shoulders over the hands. And arms and legs back down. Perfect. Tuck the toes underneath the feet, lift the knees up, and marching the feet up and down. Again, squeezing the abs, elbows tucked in, and tuck the chin in as well. Don't poke the head forward. And rest the knees back down. Last one we're going to do, we're going to walk to the end of the mat. We're going to lift the knees up and we're going to start to walk our hands forward. As we walk the hands forward, keep the shoulder over the lead hand. So make sure you're not walking hands in front like this. Make sure the shoulder's always over the front hand. Tuck the elbows in, squeeze the abs, lift the knees up, and walking the hands forward. Good, into a plank, squeeze the abs, squeeze the glutes, pinch the shoulder blades. Good, and then start to walk the hands back, and then rest the knees down, and turn over onto your back. So, head resting on the block, knees bent, feet on the mat. Imprint the spine, relax the shoulder blades. We're going to reach the hands to the bottom of the mat, tuck the chin in, roll the head and shoulders up, and beat the hands. 2, 4, 5, breathe out, 2, 4, 5, and in, 2, 5, and out, 2, 4, 5, and in, 2, 5, out, 2, 4, 5. Drop the shoulder blades back, keep the chin tucked in, and lift the chest up as high as you can. Good, as you lift the chest up, don't round the shoulders, keep the shoulder blades back and down, and pull yourself up from the chest. Good, breathe in, 2, 4, 5, out, 2, 4, 5, 3 more breaths in, and out, 2, 4, 5, last 2, out, 2, 4, 5, and last one, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest the head and shoulders back down. Imprint the spine, legs to tabletop. We're going to come into a few heel taps. Stretch the legs out, nice and slow. Keep the knee directly over the hip, imprinting the spine. Focus on squeezing the back down into the mat. And nice and controlled, stretch one leg out to the end of the mat, tapping the heel, and back up. Good, keep pushing it back down. Good, one last one. And then bring the feet down, one at a time, onto the mat. Next, we're going to straighten the legs onto the mat. Hands back behind the head. I'm going to do some roll-ups. I'm going to reach forward for the first 10. Chest comes forward and controlled coming down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, chest forward at the end. Pinch the shoulder blades on the way down, nice and controlled. Keep the feet down on the mat. 8, last 2, controlled on the way down. 9, keep the shoulder blades together and point the elbows down. Last one, up nice and tall. And then control down, onto the mat. And bend the knees, rest down. Now, next what we're going to do, we're going to another set of hundreds. We're going to bring the legs to tabletop this time. So we're going to imprint the spine, legs to tabletop. Again, reach the hands to the bottom of the mat, chin is tucked in. Roll the head and shoulders up and beat the hands. 2, 4, 5, breathe out, 2, 5, and in, 2, 4, 5, out, 2, 4, 5, in, 2, 4, 5, out, 2, 4, 5, in, 2, 5, out, 2, 4, 5, in, 2, 4, 5, out, 2, 4, 5, good, halfway there. Keep the shins parallel, bring the knees in nice and close, drop the shoulder blades back and keep the chin tucked in as you roll the head and shoulders up. So don't let the chin poke forward, keep it tucked in nice and tight. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 more breaths, lift the chest up. And out, 2, 4, 5, last breath in. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest the head down and bring the feet down onto the mat. Good, next we're going to do a little bit of bridging. We're going to bring the right knee into the chest, in nice and tight. We're going to lift the hips up, and this knee's going to come in an arc overhead, so don't let it drift to the ceiling. In nice and tight, shoulder blades back, lift and down. 1, 2, 3. Nice smooth moves each direction. 4, 5. These aren't the hardest, but you feel like you want to race through them, so just slow it down and work on that end extension. Right at the top, push the hips up that little bit more and keep the knee nice and tight to the chest. 2 more. 1 last one. And lower down. And we'll switch sides. Right foot on the mat, left knee into the chest nice and tight. Lift the hips and back down. Make sure this knee doesn't drift away from the body, otherwise we arch the back. So keep the knee nice and tight and lower. And really push the hip up to the ceiling and lower. Good. 4, back down. 5, 6, shoulders away from the ears. 7, 8, 9, one last one, 10, and then rest back down. Feet onto the mat. Let's get myself back onto the mat now. Next what we're going to do, we're going to roll up into teaser, so teaser prep. We're going to imprint the spine, legs to tabletop, hands back behind the head, arms forward, chin to the chest, onto the back of the hips, and then back down. 1, 2, good, control up the way down. 3, chest forward at the top, and down. 4, as you roll back, let the chest round and sink back, let the shoulder blades come forward, and then level out at the top, and back down, letting the chest cave in. Good, so the back is straight, and then you're allowed to flex as you roll down. 3 more, chest forward, back down onto the mat, last 2, chest comes forward and balance, and back down. 1 last one, up nice and tall, control down onto the mat, and then bring the feet down and rest out. Good, next we're going to do, we're going to come back up into teaser, so we're going to imprint the spine, legs to tabletop, hands back behind the head, rolling up onto the back of the hips, Bring the hands back by the side and rest the heels down. So we're going to do a little bit for the hip flexors. And again, we're thinking about the shoulders with this. So although we're working here, we're going to stabilize through the mid back. So I'm going to pinch the shoulder blades back, really stick the chest forward, and twist those elbows in, so they're pointing towards each other. Toes up off the mat, chest is forward, keep the chin tucked in. We're going to straighten the right leg and lower and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Now this isn't the hardest either, but really squeeze the shoulder blades. Really think about twisting the hands, really bring those elbows in. 1 last one. Good. Bend the right knee. So really think about twist those elbows in towards each other. Pull the shoulder blades back as tight as you can. Really feel the back muscle squeeze. Straighten the left leg and lower. 1, 2. Squeeze the back. 3. Keep the chin tucked in and push the chest forward. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 last one. 10. Bend the left knees and relax. We're going to do a few more of these. We're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together again. This time we're going to do some abductions. We're going to slide the leg out to the side and just work the hip flexors in different plane of motion. So squeeze the shoulder blades, straighten the right leg, lower to just above the mat, slide the right foot as far as you can while you keep the toes pointing to the ceiling. So don't turn the foot out, keep the toes pointing straight up and back in. Squeeze the shoulder blades. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades. 6, as tight as you can. 7, 8, 9. 1 last one. 10. Bend the right knee. Relax the shoulders. I'm going to do the same with the left now. So twist those elbows in. Point of the elbow pointing towards each other. Straighten the left leg. Lower to the mat. Toes point to the ceiling and slide the foot out. 1, 2, and squeeze those shoulder blades. 3, really push the chest forward. 4, toes pointing to the ceiling. 5, and keep that right knee still. Make sure it doesn't wobble side to side. 7, squeeze the back. 8, 2 more. 9, 1 last one. 10. Bend the knees and have a little rest again. Next, we're going to do a similar exercise. We're going to stay in this boat pose. We're going to straighten and bend the knees. So again, we're going to squeeze the shoulder blades, chest comes forward, chin is tucked in, straighten the 2 legs and bend. 1, 2. Now for this, you can start to balance, but to get the back working a little bit more, really squeeze those shoulder blades. 3, 4, 5. You can bring the hands out a little bit wider. 6. Keep the knees together. Squeeze. 7, 8, 9. 1 more. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Shoulder blades. 10. And rest down. Good. We'll come up into sitting. Give the shoulders a little rest. You should be feeling all back between here, working really hard. We're really trying to squeeze the shoulder blades together. 1 last one in sitting now. So again, we're going to come back into squeezing the shoulder blades. Chest comes forward. Draw the head back. We're going to straighten the right leg. This one, we're going to lift the left heel. I'm going to draw circles with the right heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't forget to squeeze the shoulder blades and change directions. 5, 4. Keep the left knee still. 3, 2, 1. Bend the right knee. Rest the heels down. Draw the shoulder blades back again. Straighten the left leg. Lower it halfway. Lift the right heel and circles. 1, 2, 3. Pinch the shoulder blades. 4. Head is drawn back. 5. And change directions. 5, 4, 3. I'm losing count. 2. Last one. And bend the left knee. And rest the heels down. Perfect. So that's it for today's class. I hope you enjoyed it. We're starting to work a little bit more on the back muscles. We're going to focus on them for February. So for next week, we're going to do a little bit more on the stomach, lifting the chest, and work on our shoulder postures, and a little bit more of the upper body. Hope you enjoyed the class. See you next week.